Alright, hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Transformers Robots in Disguise podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David.
And we continue on our episode-by-episode journey through Robots in Disguise with episode 11, Adventures in Bumblebee-Sitting.
I wonder what this will be like. This episode raises a lot of questions.
Yes, it does. And also introduces one of my favorite recurring villains.
The sort of questions that we just sort of like to pick up on and deep dive into.
Yes.
That are clearly meant as dismissive, like, writing tactics that are not meant to be thought about this hard.
So this first aired May 30th, 2015, written by Michael Ryan, who previously wrote As the Cospigo Commands, and before that wrote a whole bunch of Transformers animated episodes, including he was the go-to guy for the Headmaster.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh.
Only he was elite enough.
Yes.
to write those scripts.
Like, if they were gonna have a multi-parter, but one of the parts was gonna have Headmaster in it, he had to write that episode.
That's right. Please, Michael, you're the only guy who can write this hacksaw.
Maybe he was just the one who, like, plays video games.
Yes, your writing pwns us all. And we open with a scene of action. The Autobots are pursuing Quillfire. He is a Decepticon anarchist and agent of chaos.
Yes.
I have opinions.
Yeah, he's fighting against the oppressors. It's hard to hate this guy. In a way.
I mean, he's
a little nutty.
I mean, he's clearly like trust fund kid anarchist.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing quite like, say, Ped in the last episode trying to corner the market on Energon, which is a very anarcho-capitalist sort of thing. Nothing he's doing is necessarily anarcho-capitalist in that sort of way. I actually read something very, very concise on Twitter just like a day or so ago that explained anarchists as people who don't need cops to tell them what the right thing to do is. But he is like, nothing he's doing is necessarily, I mean, he doesn't understand, for instance, that, as we will get to, elephants are not like something that needs to be freed to run. Like, he doesn't seem to necessarily, he falls into that category of like original G1 bio tailgate of not understanding what is and is not sentient.
Yes, he wants, he wants you to let your toaster go.
But on the other hand, he doesn't seem to be, like, genuinely bad, so, though he did end up in jail, so I think...
He's not as bad as that, the mad bomber guy, I forget what he was called,
the
from
evil
Batman
midnight
Beyond.
bomber that bombs at midnight?
No.
Oh.
No, the other one. The one voiced by Henry Rollins in Batman Beyond.
Oh, yeah.
Mad Stan.
Yes. He's not that violent.
Terry, look out. Once he gets on a rant, he's unstoppable. And then he's just Henry Rollinsing it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Henry Rollins' character from Legend of Korra, who was like trying to, and occasionally, spoilers, successfully assassinating world leaders in order to...
What season was he in?
3, I think?
Okay, where I stopped. I've only seen the first 2 seasons. I need to get back to that show.
Yeah, I've
had the DVDs for a while.
It's all on Netflix now.
I know, but I have the DVDs.
But, yeah, I rewatched it, and I can definitely see the complaints about it lacking a cohesive storyline due to not being, only being renewed season by season. But yes, similarly, that kind of villain who's like, you don't know that he's actually wrong. So, but yeah, I would be curious to know what exactly Quillfire was sent to jail for.
And he is voiced by Andy Milder, who is he's like a fairly well-known character actor. He's he's actually in the first Transformers movie. He's one of those Pentagon guys.
Oh, hey. That's cool.
And as far as shows that Jen has watched goes, he is the voice of Lightning Lad on Legion of Superheroes.
I looked him up and I saw that, and I was thinking that I really need to dredge up a way to watch that show again. I think I originally might have had to pirate it because, it's not been put out properly in any format. It had, one of those handfuls of DVDs with a few episodes on it. But I think that there are more legally sketchy ways of getting a hold of it, which, again, anarchy! Anarchy!
He was also on that show Weeds for a long time.
Oh.
I remember that was Mary Louise Parker's, like a sexy mom selling weed.
Yeah, the friendly version of Breaking Bad.
I mean, it wasn't that friendly.
I don't know. I never saw any of it.
It was kind of trying to be like a comedy drama.
Oh.
Okay.
It was one of those shows that was it was definitely meant to go 2 or 3 seasons and ended up going 7.
Oh, one of those.
Yes. And then I think it's one of those mini-series that they're planning on bringing back.
Oh.
There are no new ideas anymore.
Nope.
No.
Anyway, he's very funny as Quillfire here, who is, not only is he an anarchist Decepticon, he's also a porcupine.
Yes.
Yes. And he sort of has his own faction symbol, kind of. Well, it's tattooed, on the top of his neck, but he scratches it in things he's tagging buildings.
He's
like Zorro.
He's got a logo. He's got his own logo, and that's pretty great. It's good at branding.
Yeah, viva la revolution, everybody.
Yes.
And in what is biologically inaccurate, he fires his quills, which real porcupines cannot do.
No.
Yeah, well, but he's a robot, so I'll give him that.
Well, they're also poisonous, which is also not correct for actual porcupines.
No,
he does fall into the Decepticon design style of being a standard vehicle and then a robot that's a furry.
Yes.
Rather than, some others that we've seen that are variations on that.
I would imagine porcupine probably not a real popular furry, probably not a real popular fursona.
Probably not.
I
mean, it may not be one of the rarest, but it's probably uncommon.
You probably get a lot of echidnas with those Sonic games.
Yeah, Sonic skews some things because of the echidnas.
So I guess echidnas and hedgehogs. No respect for the humble porcupine.
No.
I love hedgehogs. I want to move to Europe so I can have naturally occurring hedgehogs.
Yeah, hedgehogs are kind of adorable.
To just be in the world around me. Also,
little hedge pigs.
Echidna penises. Look it up.
Oh,
no.
Or don't.
Don't.
I mean, you're either going to find weird biology stuff or weird Sonic porn.
Yeah. Yeah.
There may be some crossover there. I don't know if your Sonic fan art is biologically accurate. I hope not.
Some of it probably is.
I would hope not, considering the standard style. It would... No.
I mean, listen,
there's enough weird shit in Sonic.
Listen, how else is he going to impregnate both Sonic and Tails? That's just science, David. That's just science.
Let's not bring up how Sonic has 2 tails. Does he have 2 of anything else? And get back to the episode.
Okay, so, he's just firing these quills. Grimlock is using a car as a shield at one point, and then he just sort of gently puts it down, riddled with spikes.
Everyone's just sort of running around out in the open here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're at like a theater parking lot, and everybody's in the movie, and they're really hoping nobody goes out to get a coat.
Maybe. They've got to time it just right so that the movie doesn't end while they're still in the parking lot.
Could be like a business parking lot where like it's empty half the time.
But at least this time it feels like everything is empty for story purposes and not because they were cheaping out on animation.
Yes.
They just don't have time to establish the, like, whole disguise element of what's going on. What's important here is there's a fight. But yeah, maybe it's like a warehouse. It does seem to be after hours, so...
Yeah.
You could have, like, something that operates on business hours, and there you go. That's
and he's also got, like a weird victory cry that sounds like cacao.
Yes.
Which just makes me think of Frisky Dingo.
This guy has big friends with Steeljaw energy.
Oh yes, I think eventually he does become part of his crew.
Yeah. Well, I know he does get together with Spring-Loaded.
Yes, they have an amazing team up, and it's great because they're just both deeply disturbed individuals.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does have the Cliff Notes version of anarchy. Joker was probably his favorite movie.
Autobots, we live in a society!
He's not quite at the, like, running a mutual aid operation level of anarchy here. He's still at the, like, Joker level.
I think I'm gonna become the Quillfire. Listen, when I go out on stage, can you introduce me as Quillfire?
Man, no.
Also, I think am I the only one here who's seen that movie?
I have not seen it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Not sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather see, what was, King of Comedy? Was that the one?
Well, I mean, that's a better movie.
Yes.
I mean, it's worth watching because Joaquin Phoenix is good in it. And also you'll be able to get a bunch of internet jokes.
Now I just want to write fanfic in which Steeljaw and his buddies are doing, like, I guess a alternate universe, like, genuine anarchist stuff. Like,
so that they're having a lot of meetings and arguing with each other?
And, like, fixing broken tail lights so people don't get pulled over by the cops, and handing out socks to homeless people, and sort of stuff.
What is the equivalent of socks to a homeless robot?
I don't know.
New tires?
New feet.
There you go. Yes, both of those.
I guess the broken taillights thing works as well. I don't know if they pull you over for having like a broken taillight on yourself.
Strong arm would pull somebody over for a broken.
Yeah, that's true.
Strong arm, absolutely.
You're in violation of Section 17G.
Yes.
Anyway, so Grimlock is about to be perforated with a bunch of these quills, but Bumblebee does the Secret Service leap in front of him,
yes.
And he gets one embedded in him.
Yes, in an unfortunate location, as we will discuss.
Right in the butt.
There's another bee saying, when does that happen?
Well, he's been stuck with this thing, and he's all, Autobots roll up, and then he falls down.
Okay, it's after the quill. Yes, this is Bad Bee saying number 6.
Yes,
I think the bug out one was even worse. That was just everyone was embarrassed for him.
So we cut back to the scrapyard. Fix-It is trying to fix him, and there's an amusing bit where it looks like he's talking to somebody off screen to hand him a bunch of tools. But he's just talking to himself, and he's turning his arm into the tool.
Yes.
Yeah, which is a running gag, because that happened in a previous episode, where he was asking Russell to, like, hand me a X, and then he was just holding his arm out, and his arm turned into that, and then he pulled it back, and thank you.
Yes.
Also,
this was just a, like, off-screen version of that, which a better rendition of that joke.
One of the things that he mentions is a rotating blade, and I was like, yay, a rotate blade. Which is a very, very, very old fandom name for Dinobot, like the original Beast Wars Dinobot toys.
A fandom name? I thought that was like on the box.
No, it was
I don't think it's actually called that.
It was a fan. It was one of the like bad fanfic things. Like I forget if it was one of the ones that was probably secretly by Brian Kilby, or if it was the one that was by this kid who, like, he was, like, French-Canadian, I think, natively?
Yeah, I believe that was Mega Dinobot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the
and
one
a
that,
lot of it was just Code of Hero, but
retranslated an episode.
it was like it was translated into French and then back into English.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that might be where the rotate blade came from, but yes, that reminded me of the rotate blade.
But, like, maybe it's on the newer Dinobot toy, the most recent one?
He lived a warrior, ants died to an hero.
They pull out this quill, and it's all okay. Well, so these quills, the toxins they have an unpredictable effect. So it's like red kryptonite.
Aha!
Oh, red kryptonite was the random one.
Yes. So that if they want to do another episode of Quillfire, it can have a different effect.
Yeah.
Aha!
Maybe this one splits Bumblebee into Bumblebee Yellow and Bumblebee Green.
No. No. And we do
Electric Bumblebee.
We do get to see Fix-It having an alt mode.
Yes, and it's a very rung kind of alt mode.
Yes.
It's sort of horrifying. He turns into like a wrench pliers thing, but his face is in the middle facing up at whoever's wielding him.
Yes, so it's still talking. It's like a talking sword, but also terrifying.
Yes.
And he does his usual, starts to say one thing but gets it wrong twice, and Strongarm, who's holding him, smacks him to get him to say the right one.
Aww.
And that's funny, but also abusive. Fix-It. I don't like Fix-It, but that he's been abused 2 episodes in a row, I find disconcerting.
He's getting a lot of physical abuse for such a little guy.
It's like the Heimlich maneuver, except for Cybertronians, it's the Fonzarelli maneuver.
You have to hit him to get him to work.
And if you've got a problem with it, then I recommend that you sit on it.
But yes.
Well, there will be sitting on it in this episode.
So he's like, it's almost like an electric drill sort of thing with a handle, but then it's pinchers on the end, and it requires someone to hold it. Also, my headcanon is that I don't know, possibly real canon, is that he does the whole thing with the tools with his own hand because he was just so lonely on the Alchemore that's just a habit he got into, was pretending someone was handing him this stuff. And I feel bad for him again.
Yeah, I've done that kind of shit.
Poor guy.
Oh, no.
So it is here that Strongarm realizes that, hey, Bumblebee's out of it. And that means that I am in charge. And everybody initially is all like, were we told this? But they pretty much all go with it.
Well, it's like who else wants the job is kind of the thing.
This is pretty much it.
Even if Sideswipe wanted control, there's no way he would get it or use it well. And Grimlock, he don't give a shit.
Yeah, going back to Beast Wars, this is no chain of command here where...
we're gonna have an election?
Yeah, she's just like, I guess I'm in charge now, and Sideswipe's like, hey, okay. And Grimlock's like, alright. So yes, she is in charge.
Yes. Hashtag girl boss.
Yes.
Yes, queen.
No.
So Bumblebee wakes up and immediately alerts everybody to the presence of a 3-winged, sparkle-armored Schlopticon.
Where?
And they all look and he drives off because this toxin has caused him to regress in personality, which functionally has turned him into Kevin McAllister.
Yes. Wow, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
So this raises some questions about Cybertronian childhood.
Do they go through? Because they do mention his maturity level. So this is something that they do have actual terminology, a concept they have actual terminology for. So do, like, fresh sparks go through a stage of needing lots of direct supervision and...
Well,
I mean, we have, like,
I've seen that in other
we have,
series.
like, robot teenagers, and we have, like, adults, and we have guys who are old. So it follows that there must be children somewhere, we just never see them.
Man, that's what happened immediately after the Beast Hunters movie was Cybertron just became a daycare.
No, the idea
robot
of robot
babies that make
children.
dreams come true.
Robot children is an interesting idea. Robot babies in Transformers. No, please, just keep that as that one little baby robot that was in Rescue Bots. I don't want to think about the concept of baby Megatron.
Like you had a bunch of babies hanging around, and it's just like RC's legs as they watch like a bunch of old movies.
Yes.
Oh, don't put those fan art ideas in my head.
Like back in Animated when she was a school teacher.
Yeah. Except it's Prime RC, so she's like a terrifying, murderous school teacher.
Yes. Yes, she is. Oh, man.
Like one of the kids goes missing, and she immediately goes into like a 10-minute monologue about Cliff Jumper. And it turns out he was actually just like in the backyard.
Yes! They had wandered up to the attic, fallen asleep.
He learned how to turn into a backhoe.
Oh my god. I love her so much. So much drama. I mean, certainly something we're seeing in the current IDW stuff is the idea of, you know, freshly forged Transformers going through a stage of immaturity, but it's generally not this intolerable.
No, he's a real brat.
Might have been more interesting if the comics had done that, though. Yeah, he's a prankster and thus a series of, yes, as you said, Kevin McAllister pranks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Gilbert Gottfried is going to try and get John Ritter to adopt him at this point.
Yeah, and Sideswipe goes through this whole, like, he's, like, annoyed by these pranks, but he's also super impressed and definitely into it. He would probably prefer most of them be, or all of them be done on other people, but...
Yeah, he only gets a little miffed at it when he gets covered in mud.
It's a very, I ain't even mad, bro, kind of thing.
Yes, to quote the great Drill, you do not, under any circumstances, gotta hand it to him.
Oh, okay. What the hell? What was the first prank?
Well, it was the, hey, look over there.
Yes.
Oh, no, well, after the...
And then, Grimlock gets hit with an oil pie.
Yes, which is a thing, I guess.
Sideswipe, trips a tripwire and gets hit with a bunch of bolts. And then Strongarm, in a potentially deadly prank, gets covered in fire extinguishing foam, our only weakness.
Which just looks like she's covered in whipped cream or something. And I could have sworn at one point I saw an edited version of that was more sexified.
Oh no.
But I was unable to before this episode recorded.
That's for the best.
Look up because...
Yeah, probably yes.
To my shame, I could not remember exactly which G1 episode that was where the Decepticons were defeated by Spike turning on the fire extinguishers in the Ark. And spraying
Ultimate
everyone
Doom Part 1.
Fire retardant foam. But yes, it was Ultimate Doom Part 1. The note on the Wikipedia for fire retardant foam mentions that though across the generations the legendary power of fire retardant foam may be slightly diminished, it is still to be feared and respected. And I think it mentions that... No, actually it doesn't mention this episode at all. There is a later instance in Robots in Disguise of fire retardant foam being used. But yes, it is not apparently the terrible, deadly danger that it was to their G1 counterparts. I guess they're better insulated now.
Yeah. And so this is not a thing where they can't cure it or anything, so they're just going to have to wait for it to pass through a system, which again, I'm not entirely sure how that works with robots, but here we go.
I mean, I guess something energon metabolism, something.
Yeah.
He's gotta metabolize it.
So Russell is, okay, well, we'll just have to babysit him. To which Strongarm says, sit on a child, and this will help how?
Yes, I love that.
Oh, that was foreshadowing. I guess I missed that line. Oh.
Because sitting will eventually occur.
Yes.
So cut to the local carnival, where Quillfire has found the elephants, and he's decided that I will liberate you, my brothers.
To sound the trumpets of revolution.
Bully, each elephant larger than the last. I shall free you, my brothers. Run, little elephants.
And there's a security guard here, who I think is voiced by Will Friedle, named Bob, who has an accent that is completely inexplicable. Is it supposed to be Midwestern? What is this guy?
I don't know. I guess he was having fun in the recording booth.
It was definitely Will Friedle having some fun.
Not quite as weird as the Russian guy on that ship in that one episode.
Yeah, I think the closest I can think of is Crispin Glover in that one Friday the 13th movie. As far as adding extra vowels to stuff.
Yeah.
Why the hell's that corkscrew?
It's a narwhal.
Here comes
So
the
he just
narwhal.
ends up, he figures out how to activate these creatures by pulling on their tails.
Yes.
So we're back at the scrapyard.
Maybe that's what Megatron was doing for fun in the movies. Just pulling on elephant tails.
So again, I'm going to say that he is well-meaning. He just does not have an understanding of what is and is not a sentient creature on this world.
So yeah, Strongarm has, back at the scrapyard, Strongarm has stepped into a bathtub full of rubber cement.
How did he get that much rubber cement?
That is a good question.
A, this junkyard. B, maybe he knows how to make it.
No, this is possible.
I guess at some point Denny might have ended up with like a barrel of rubber cement from something.
This is entirely possible. I like to think it was just in those little like model tubes, and he just had to squeeze 5 million of those little tubes.
It was so important that he did it anyway.
So she is going with Grimlock. She is going alone with Grimlock to find Quillfire.
She's trying so hard to be the adult.
Yes. And Grimlock, hey, how are you alone with me? Well, Grimlock, you have no idea how many times I've asked myself that very question.
Poor Grimlock.
Oh.
So it is up to Sideswipe and Russell to babysit Bumblebee, and it turns out that the greatest babysitter of all is television.
Yes.
They're watching Frontier Theater.
Russell is thinking back to how his babysitters used to get him to settle down. I guess he's probably about the age where he might start doing babysitting himself, but maybe still a little young.
Also, there appear to be no other children around.
Yes. At least not younger than him. So
no,
yes.
you got Hank and Butch.
He defers back to his own babysitters and sits Bumblebee down in front of the TV.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it is Frontier Theater, which is, I guess, old Western movies, brought to you by Fleeber brand luncheon meat.
Yay! So Fleeber is an actual thing.
Yeah, I guess somebody on this writing staff really likes the word Fleeber.
I mean, it's fun.
Kind of amusing.
It's a fun made-up word.
Yes, it is. Because, of course, remember that Denny was Nevada Fleeber, famed archaeologist.
Yes.
Which I guess in this world is like calling yourself Oscar Mayer.
Oh my god, that would be a great name. Calling yourself Indiana Hormel.
I, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to find the Kingdom of the Crystal Spam. That also to find out why they stopped making those hot dogs with the chili in them.
Oh, I missed those things. They were so good. I've been trying to look for them like the past few years. Every once in a while I remember.
I'm more of a
the chili and the hot
cheddar
dog
hot dog person, and those still get made.
No, the cheddar.
Well,
like
they also made
cheese.
they were called Frankenstuff.
That rings a bell.
So, ooh, I made chili today. Do I have hot dogs? I'll have to go look after this recording.
Speaking of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, I think he just likes Olive Garden now.
What?
There was like a big thing in that movie, which I have not seen, but apparently there is egregious Olive Garden product placement.
Well, you gotta have some kind of product placement, and I don't think there's a chain chili dog restaurant. Oh, you could have done Sonic.
Skyline.
What? Wait! Why was there not Sonic in the Sonic movie?
It's insane, I know.
Wow. Man, I really want a chili dog now. It's somewhere, some point, someone says booyah.
You can go to
that is
Sonic
Russell who
because
says
all
it.
of their food is outdoors.
Yes.
They are drive-through only.
No, it is not Grimlock who says it, even though you would think he would be the one to say it.
Oh. Maybe they figured that would be too on the nose.
This is true.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all watching these Western movies. Russell goes, he's hungry, so he goes to get some popcorn, and Sideswipe is just weeping uncontrollably.
Yeah, and it's
oily
weird.
tears.
He's like, he calls it leaking lubricant, but they're like yellowy, and it's kind of weird.
Leaking lubricants, Prime.
Bronze-ish
say it
colored.
like that.
It's very oily.
Well, I mean, that is the color of lubricant.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's very weird that, like, he's crying, Bumblebee is super jaw open, excited, and Russell's just kind of bored.
And hungry.
It's like they're watching 3 different movies.
I know. Listen, those two just can't relate to these cowboys the way I can.
Kids just aren't into Westerns anymore, and haven't been for decades.
Except Bumblebee
Yes,
is.
because Westerns suck.
That's because he's not an Earth child.
He's remembering Westerns he saw in his childhood. A century ago.
So yeah, Bumblebee just wanders off. He immediately interferes with Grimlock and Strongarm, surveying the situation, so...
Yes, he overhears them
hears...
talking to fix it, and at least actual children don't have car modes.
Yes.
Yes, because he hears they're at a carnival.
Yeah.
And he's like...
and the child in Bumblebee's like, I want to be
Carnival!
at the carnival.
He's very excited about this carnival idea, and because he can just drive himself there.
Yeah, you do have a point that childhood on Cybertron must be a nightmare once they learn how to transform.
Well, maybe they, like when they're the children, they only transform into like Power Wheels or go-karts or something.
Aww.
Yeah, but like Decepticon children that can transform into something that can at least fly a little. Has to be a nightmare.
Maybe they just transform into like Wright Brothers planes or something.
Just little helicopters flying around being tiny.
Little rambunctious rockets flying through the air until they hit a building.
Aww.
Well, maybe they have like, much like the toys, the nose cones are all soft plastic.
Maybe they get training nose cones.
Okay, for this Transformers Babies, Baby Ramjet is a must.
Yes.
Well, obviously you have Baby Ravage because he's a kitty.
Well, yeah. Of course, you gotta have a couple of the animals. A couple of the stupid Decepticons.
Soundwave is a speak and spell. Megatron is a squirt gun.
Yeah. Megatron is like a super soaker.
I was gonna say making Soundwave a kid doesn't work, but if you're gonna have a baby Megatron squirt gun, yeah.
And then you get lots of Power Wheels. Because Autobots are boring.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could have a bunch of baby dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like in, was that the last night that had those?
The second, it was last night.
Baby Dinobots.
The never explained baby Dinobots.
They're adorable. That's all you need to know.
I think for this baby Transformer series, you want to try to hold off the Dinobots for season 2.
Yeah. Kids love dinosaurs, though.
They do.
Yeah, I know.
Highly marketable.
Or maybe you just have Grimlock in the first season, and the second season you bring the other guys.
Or your second season is Beast Wars, and it's just all baby animals.
Ooh.
Baby
Except, I guess, if you have the Insecticons, they're just like weird grubs.
One of them's just in a cocoon all the time.
like Sheldon on U.S. Acres.
Yes.
He's like a cocoon with a couple of legs coming out.
Yes.
U.S. Acres, that reference. Deep pull.
Oh, man, that would be good for Kickback, but Locusts I don't think have a Chrysalis stage.
Oh, no, I don't believe they do.
I am
just
always
have to be one
up
of the Beatles.
for U.S. Acres references.
I guess Bombshell.
Anyway, so the cops are here because there is an elephant escape. And also Bumblebee is there because it's a carnival. So immediately Strongarm has to do some leadership stuff. Grimlock literally sit on Bumblebee.
And not only that, it goes down and tells the cops that there are people making illegal left turns all over downtown, and they need to get on that
bikers
right away. Yes,
making
outlaw
illegal left
bikers
turns.
making illegal left turns all over downtown.
Side hacking continues.
And they immediately pull out. Oh, hey, traffic tickets. Time to work on our monthly quota, boys.
It's important.
Yes, Bumblebee gets what we referred to in professional wrestling as the stink face.
Oh, yeah. Wow. You pulling out the wrestling terms. Good. I didn't even think about checking that. Yeah. Yeah, that is the stink face.
Just like Grimlock, sit on him.
Yep. Sit on it.
Wait, it's a stink face if you do it in a corner. I'm not sure if you do it when you're in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway.
Maybe, probably.
It is butt to face action.
Yeah.
Yes. Which, yeah, okay.
So
that's unusual. We'll just glide over that innuendo.
Or as I put in my notes, there's a kink.
Yes. There's a kink coming up. We'll get to it.
Is it about the elephants?
No.
Okay then.
No.
Anyway, so she's trying to stop this elephant stampede, and then Bumblebee shows up because it turns out you can't sit on somebody comfortably when they turn into a car.
Yes, this is the kink. Well, because after they deal with the elephants, Grimlock shows up. Well, Grimlock shows up because Bumblebee's there racing with Strongarm. It's like, oh, can we make this a race? It's like, whatever, fine.
And then I'm pretty sure he kills some of these elephants off screen.
Yes! My notes are Grimlock kills an elephant.
No.
Like, he says, like, a couple of them got away, but he runs headfirst into these elephants, which are charging headfirst at him.
Oh, I don't suppose you guys are familiar with what happened to Jumbo the elephant. But,
No.
I am. I'm from Jersey. I know.
Wait, why would you know that being from Jersey?
Isn't it? Well, wasn't that an Edison thing, or is that a different?
Oh no, that was the
elephant
who was electrocuted. Jumbo the elephant was the world's largest elephant who was killed in St. Thomas, Ontario, a mere hour from my hometown when he was hit by a train.
Ooh.
And I feel that that's basically what's happening to these elephants here.
Probably, yeah. One of them is getting hit head on, and it's not going to end well.
Ooh, somebody just made a killing on ivory, though.
Ooh. This is why you don't just free things willy-nilly. You gotta read the entire book. And not just read the cliff notes on anarchy. Come on.
Somehow Grimlock asserts dominance on these elephants enough to get them to stop chasing everybody else.
Yes.
And then he walks back, and Strongarm's like, why'd you let him go? And then he turns around, showing his butt to her, and says, it's kind of hard to sit on someone when they transform under you, which I realized that's gotta be a Transformers kink.
Oh.
That is the very definition of a power bottom.
Oh.
Anyway, thank you.
Anyway, speaking of weird dynamics, Bumblebee also starts riding Grimlock around.
Yeah, he's excited about that. Grimlock is not.
Because he loves being a cowboy.
Yeah, I really like Bumblebee going, I love cowboys, and Strongarm going, I know. It's very, she's accepting her fate here. She's like, I know.
Yeah, so Bumblebee's going all bareback on Grimlock, while Grimlock's riding around like he's a Yoshi. And then they're herding the remaining living elephants, although they do show all four of them again back into a corral.
Yeah, I do like that Bumblebee's all, hey, can I be the cowboy that rides a dinosaur? Grimlock says no. Strongarm says yes.
Yes, at the same time.
This is what happens when you get suddenly promoted to Team Mom.
Yes.
Better to remain bossy older sister.
Also, she probably doesn't even know that he loves cowboys. She's just like, okay.
Well, I guess there was that episode. Remember when they were rounding up the buffaloid?
Oh,
when they did the cowboy thing. So May really does love cowboys.
Yeah, this ends up being a callback.
That's fair.
Huh.
It has been established that Bumblebee likes cowboys and Western stuff. So, nice callback. I didn't catch it.
So, Quillfire is still in the area. All the rides turn on. Bumblebee starts using bumper cars as bunny slippers.
Yeah. And they're bunny
Presumably
deco bumper cars, which is amazing.
Yes.
Presumably it's Bumblebee that turns on all the rides, so he can play on them.
Yes.
Because he is a child.
Mm-hmm.
And
but then it's sort of, but doesn't quite become a horror movie at a carnival.
Yes, because they see, Quillfire's symbol on this on a tilt-a-whirl, and then Quillfire turns it on, and they are trapped in it. And is this where he says, "Does tyranny know no bounds?"
Something like that, yeah. He's great. I love him. He needs to finish reading the books. He needs to finish doing the reading. Then he can come to the meeting.
Oh, did we even mention he has a toy yet?
He does have a toy, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Although transforming it into vehicle mode before the episode, getting his torso in the right spot to line up is a little difficult because it doesn't lock in place right.
Oh.
Or at least there's no I've gotten it to the right spot where I can wrap his arms and his back around him.
Oh.
There's no specific click. It's just you gotta fiddle with it till it gets right in the right spot.
And he does have a little quill
But otherwise, it's a really good hunchback toy, and the quills on his back work.
It's got a cool little
well, they don't shoot out.
Action
No, he does have
features?
one that comes out.
I love action features.
So not a lot of action features in this line, unfortunately.
Aww.
Well,
Not in the main line, at least. They're they're gimmick guys who shoot minicons or whatever.
Yeah. Aside from the minicon shooting, there weren't really that many gimmicks in that line.
Anyway, so unfortunately, it is up to Bumblebee. So Quillfire wanders, he goes in somewhere to hide, but it turns out it is a bouncy house.
Full of trampolines, which I would assume is illegal now, because trampolines are really freaking dangerous.
Oh, yes. But these are clearly very strong trampolines, because they can bounce multiple robots at the same time.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably not meant for that kind of weight. Also, they're not, admittedly, they're gonna be simplified for art purposes, but normally trampolines are just dangerous because they have big exposed springs and you can fall off the sides of them. And
get your leg trapped in them, which is the problem. Well, they sort of have covers on. There are places probably.
When I was a kid, we didn't.
Trampolines had rooms full of trampolines, or I guess for gymnasts and things, but it is very weird. Although I'm kind of annoyed that because Quillfire bounces on them quite a lot after Bumblebee messes with him, and none of his quills get stuck in the trampoline.
Maybe he's got a lot of control over them.
Yeah.
But they're sticking out of his back. His big hunchback.
Maybe the trampoline material is just that strong. Because it's clearly unreasonably strong.
Oh, it's bouncing giant robots. Yeah.
So yeah, he just bounces and bounces and bounces until finally, he ends up impaling himself on his own quills. As he becomes more and more distraught.
I am very surprised that he is not immune to his own abilities, because that's usually the case with most fiction.
Yes.
Well, no, some bits of fiction like your greatest strength is your only weakness. See Gamera versus Barugon.
I guess.
But yeah, he gets stuck with his own quills and then lands in Grimlock's arms.
Yes, because they have escaped this tilt-a-whirl when Strongarm shot the controls, which you would think would make it go out of control, but instead it shuts it down.
Well, I guess it's got a safety mechanism.
Yeah, you want, if the toothless carny running the thing suddenly has a heart attack, you don't want it to be on forever, I guess.
Yes. Or if they vomit onto it and short out all the controls, you want it to shut itself down automatically and not just keep going forever.
I don't know.
I think that's how one of those Final Destinations starts.
I was about to say that. Damn it, I think I would have to check Final Destination to be sure about the evidence.
I think it was the third one. The one with Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Which is... I forget which is supposed to be the really good one.
I think that's one of the better ones because Mary Elizabeth Winstead is an actual actress.
Yeah, the first one's concept okay, but one of the sequels is
Well, I think
better.
it's with 3 where they realize, oh, this is incredibly stupid. Why don't we make this? That's the one with the twin tanning beds.
Oh, I don't remember that. Maybe I didn't see that one.
It's an amazing, incredibly stupid bit of filmmaking where these 2 women are trapped, being burned alive in these tanning beds. And so it cuts immediately from an overhead shot of these 2 tanning beds to their funeral where their two coffins are in the same place.
Wow.
Ooh, visual reference I like.
That's very artsy.
Anyway, so everybody's free. Quillfire's defeated, and Strongarm has just had absolutely enough of this, and just chains Bumblebee up to a tower for hours.
Yes. Which, hey, more stuff. Bumblebee in bondage. That's neat.
Also, the clown on top of the tower is terrifying. I don't like it. Also, is he just gonna go through puberty up there overnight?
Oh, it's like...
well, I think he sleeps through puberty.
It's like Search for Spock.
Oh no.
Oh, he's going pawn far while chained to a clown.
And he's making a bunch of Frank Welker noises.
No, no. All of this, no.
Somebody call Robin Curtis.
Oh, this Grimlock catches Quillfire and, is in the wife carry pose, or there's probably a better term for that. This Grimlock has done that with multiple characters. They just end up in his arms.
Well, they're just such strong arms.
Yes.
Yes, big, strong arms.
So, yeah, Bumblebee is restored, and Strongarm is thankfully relieved of duty, much to her own relief. Because she wanted to be in charge, but not like this. Not like this.
She wanted to be in charge. She didn't want to be the only adult.
Yes.
Because even Denny needs an adult out of this cast.
It's true.
He's pretty well behaved. He didn't start going at it with fix it again, but still, yeah, she's done being in charge.
And so that does it for this episode. This was a pretty amusing one. I really like Quillfire, and we are thankfully going to see a fair bit more of him in the future.
Good.
Yeah.
And I'm just amused by the idea of a Decepticon revolutionary who is really bad at being a revolutionary.
Yeah, I am curious to know what he actually got arrested for. I guess I'm kind of curious to know if he also has trouble understanding, what things of his own, planet do not necessarily need to be freed in such a way.
It was improper distribution of pamphlets.
Well, problem is on Cybertron, a lot more things on Cybertron are sentient. Maybe Turbo Foxes are sentient. They're talking birds and dogs and things.
I mean, I hope they're not sentient. That would mean Mirage is like a murderer.
Wow.
I mean, we don't know that there's a prime Mirage who hunts Turbo Foxes.
Well, that's true.
But yeah, it's a fun episode.
I had a thought.
It raises a lot of questions, but, that's sort of our job, is to bring up those questions that the writers maybe did not expect you to ask and did not provide answers for.
And yeah, Transformers babies, Hasbro, call us.
Yep.
Yes.
Dinobots. Get more of that baby Dinobot action.
So I believe that now brings us to David's Tokusatsu Corner.
Yes, this week on QQ Sentai Go-Go 5! The beauty is a Saima beast? Exclamation point, question mark.
And that's why the beauty is a Cyber Beast.
So even in the middle of this war against alien monsters that throw up giant monsters every week trying to destroy the Earth, their father has arranged for the Red Ranger to meet a possible marriage candidate, have an arranged marriage meeting.
Okay.
Like you do.
Well, it is a thing in Japan that has kind of gone out of fashion to a degree. And they are adults, so it's less weird, but it's also to I forget if I think it's a guy we met in a previous episode who, like, is the police chief, or no, fire chief? Like, from that family, so it's Red's old boss from the fire department, arranged with her daughter, and it's just odd and formal, because she's in a kimono, everyone else is in suits, the whole family gets together, except for Dad, because he arranged this meeting, and then he just disappears from the episode.
He doesn't want to see how it turns out.
No, he's just an agent of chaos.
Ah.
Anyway, cut to the monsters. Their butler, I forget what the heck his name is. It doesn't really matter. Their bug-shaped butler has a new monster card. A new card he can stick in monsters. I forget what he calls it. But it like, will absorb information from the attacks the Rangers throw at it when it's stuck into a monster. So it will build up information about all the Rangers' attacks until it's invincible. But they gotta stick it in a monster and throw it out to get beaten up by the Rangers. Mm-hmm. So they create, Fortitude Beast Galvalia, who's a big pig man with, like, bat wings for ears.
Genbauer?
And sort of a Spartan helmet thing. No, not Genki Bakuhatsu Gambalger. The Joyous Apocalypse Gambalger, which is a series I want on DVD at some point. I don't think it's been brought out and licensed yet, but I want it because it has a stupid name. And it looks cool. Anyway, so they send out this pig monster to do its business. It attacks the Rangers while they're at this marriage meeting, which the Red Ranger's happy about because things are weird. And he doesn't want to get married to this lady who's beautiful and said to be kind of a tomboy. And
maybe he's gay, but not out. Maybe he's closeted.
I don't know if there's evidence for either direction, to be quite honest. But somehow in the fight, like, I think the Red Ranger just grabs the monster, spins him around, throws him, and the monster ends up landing on his marriage candidate woman, and they just roll down some stairs, a bunch of roses fall on them, and they swap minds?
Okay.
That easily?
Like you do.
Oddly simple. Like, there's no, like, magic ray or monster that's designed to swap personalities, like usually happens.
Like there's no crystal skull or...
No, they just roll downstairs, roses fall on them, mind swap. Whatever. And normally it happens to Rangers. Like they get swapped around. It's a good running gag. But this is a random woman, well, sort of random woman, and the monster of the week. And hilarity ensues. The monster runs away and then they just cart the woman back inside and she's all swooned and stuff. But the monster butler realizes rather quickly, he finds the pig monster and is like, he's acting weird. Oh wait, he swapped minds with the woman. He jumps to that conclusion really quickly and really correctly. It's like, that's genre savviness you don't usually see. So he sneaks in, finds the woman alone, and talks to her, who's now the pig monster. It's like, and the pig monster in the woman's body is like, oh no, now I can't defeat the Rangers. This was my big chance. And then he's like, I have a better idea. Get alone with the Red Ranger and murder him. It's like, okay, so that's the rest of the episode. And she's like ripping lobster in half and devouring it, or drinking an entire glass of wine and then chewing on all the ice in there. Acting ridiculous and kind of cool in a weird way. And then she finally gets alone with the Red Ranger, and then it's like, I could only marry someone who is tough and strong and could beat me in a fight, and just proceeds to start kicking him and tossing him around. Which is great. While she's still in the kimono and he's in a suit. And then she finally reveals, no, I'm the monster, while choking him out. But then the Rangers show up, and the Rangers encountered the pig monster with the woman inside him, and asking a question. It's like, yeah, it is her. Okay, let's go back. And then they roll and tumble downstairs again. Roses fall. The woman's back in her body. The pig man is now in the Red Ranger's body. And the Red Ranger's in the pig. So there's a bad guy with Red Ranger powers, and that's cool.
Is this like that episode of JLU where Wonder Woman got turned into a pig?
Well, he's an upright monster pig man, not a
that's
pig
boring.
pig.
That's not as good as being an actual literal pig.
No, it looks like a were-pig, basically.
Ah. So it's a furry.
Not a pig. Yes. So, but somehow the woman realized the key to the transformation is getting knocked together and then roses falling on you. But the Red Ranger and the Pig Monster are fighting, and they're like, the Red Ranger in the pig's body says, "Shoot us both," while holding the other guy to stop him. Maybe it'll knock me out, huh? And put me back. But the woman realizes, oh, the roses are the key ingredient to save the day. So grabs a giant bushel of roses and throws them down after the Rangers shoot the Red Ranger and the Pig Monster. Saving the day?
Yay!
Weird. What? And then they kill the Pig Monster and stuff, and it's bizarre. Like, why does falling downstairs and getting roses dumped on you switch? Like, it's not even mentioned, like, oh, the infinity card thingy that was stuck in him was causing this. No! It just happens. Weird. Very weird.
Pigs. My takeaway is Pig Monster.
Yes, Pig Monster. The Pig Monster design is kind of neat. Not as good as Pudgy Pig from the first Power Rangers, which is like the best, worst monster design, because it's a giant pig head with legs and arms coming out of its mouth.
Well, he's also wearing like a Centurion helmet for some reason.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe that's why this one has like a Spartan hair thing on top of his head. It's a reference back to that.
Maybe.
Kinda. But yeah, Pudgy Pig was such a stupid design. It's fantastic. And I think they're making an actual toy of it, possibly. Because I remember there were listings of they're going to be making, or Hasbro is going to be making more monster toys.
I think I heard some other podcast talking about that.
Yeah, they're at least, they made Goldar and Rita and Zed so far. And they're making like a Sphinx one. I think Pudgy Pig was
Sphinx.
also on the list.
Yes.
Or, oh no, maybe it was Pumpkin Rapper.
Oh, the Pumpkin Rapper.
Well, I know they are definitely, I have definitely heard a great deal about them doing a Pumpkin Rapper toy.
Yeah, because Pumpkin Rapper is another great stupid design that I want because he's Halloweeny.
Also, he's a rapper.
Yes.
Yes. And his head's
as
on upside
indicated
down.
in his name.
And I think he comes with like an extra pumpkin you can stick on a Ranger's head.
Right, that was like his thing. Like he would, I mean, in addition to rapping.
Yeah, so
Yes, his other thing.
So the marriage stuff in this is weird and archaic, but the oddness of the episode makes it interesting. Maybe not good, but interesting.
All right, so that does it for today's episode. We'll be back next week with more Robots in Disguise. Until then, you can find us all over the internet. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we have a Patreon.
So we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon set up to pay for hosting and other expenses. That is at patreon.com/iaconunderground. This month for the spooky month of Halloween, which I believe it will still be by the time this goes up, maybe.
Think so.
We watched an episode of the 80s series Inhumanoids, which was surprisingly fun. I don't know. I guess it wasn't that surprising. It was definitely fun though. I'm definitely going to have to watch more of that series. Haven't decided what we're doing for November yet, I believe.
No, we haven't thought about it at all.
But it'll be something excited, and for as little as $1 a month, you can get access to that and all of our previous monthly episode specials. We do 80s cartoons. We do big movies during years when big movies are a thing that occurs. I guess we might start doing some straight-to-video big movies. We did the entirety of...
I do not want to do a Sharknado.
Kimono Friends. I don't mean like that. I mean like Mulan, except something that we actually want to watch.
Yes.
Oh.
Like, if they go ahead and put New Mutants on Disney Plus, then
yeah, whenever New Mutants
button.
comes out, we will be there.
Yes, whenever New Mutants comes out in a format that does neither require me to sit
or Blu-ray
in a crowded inside room or drive an hour and a half to a drive-in theater, then we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, come help us with our hosting and other expenses and buy us an occasional lunch.
Yes. All right. So until next time, when it's hunting season and we get introduced to a couple of new characters, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
Rabbit season, duck season. I'm David.
Anarchy.